Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Slow Start podcast. I'm here with my co-host Mark, and first introductions. So, my name is Brad. I have just recently started my own channel, Driftveil Dude. It will be linked in description, and my video hasn't got off to the best start, a slow start, you could say. Unlike Mark's, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Well, hello, my name is Mark. I own the channel Saint Sinnoh on YouTube, and I'm a big fan of the Sinnoh region, hence the name. And I wouldn't say my video's done exactly huge. It's at 100 at the moment, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's more than yours, but it's not a race, is it? So
yeah, slow and steady wins the race. So we'll see. But yeah, we've been friends for how long now?
2018, I believe. So 6.5-ish years, maybe.
Yeah. So that's a good chunk of my lifetime, because I was 14. So yeah, it's
at least probably about a quarter, a bit more than a quarter, I guess.
Yeah. So here we are. I guess we needed more friends to discuss Pokemon with, so we decided to start a podcast instead. So here we are. And then, how about we just have a little quick chat about Pokemon Day? Because speaking of our first videos, that's what I made mine on. Gave my own predictions, etc. So if you want to hear mine, just link in description. But how about yours, Mark? Have you got any wants for Pokemon Day?
Well, I don't think I've ever actually sort of taken part in a Pokemon Day, as in watching and experiencing the new stuff. I think the last time you just told me what was there, I was like, oh cool, yeah, that's nice. But this time around I might actually watch it because said we might do that for a video. But of course there's going to be ZA stuff, right? There's probably a release date, I imagine. Or
yeah, you definitely hope so after this long.
I don't know. There's talks of a Gen 5 remake, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there might be a teaser, but I don't know if they'd go so much as
that's definitely something I'd like to see, for sure.
Plus, I played Gen 5 sort of, again recently, and I thought it was quite good. I really enjoyed the Unova region. I don't know what it was. It's because I remember playing it when it first came out, but sort of forgot it because I was a bit young.
Yeah, fair enough. But
I replayed it and thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great.
There are quite a few things that are sort of hinting towards it, because I know there's been some trademarks filed for the Japanese sets, Black Bolt and White Flare. So basically there was a set last year called 151, which was just literally the original Kanto Pokemon that everyone went crazy for. So basically we're going to be getting a Unova version of that this summer around my birthday. So I can see what some of my money's going on. And yeah, we've also got a few other TCG sets upcoming, and I'm a huge N fanboy, so again, planning on spending way too much money. If I just pull up my desktop quickly.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure if your desktop was being captured.
Yeah, because just look at this beauty. It is utterly unreal. So I am stopping at nothing until I get this card. I want it so desperately.
Is that a pocket thing or an actual card?
No, it's like an actual card. It's coming around in a set called Journey Together that actually in a few weeks' time pre-releases are going to be coming out. So yeah, I'm literally going to my locals on Wednesday, and the stores started their bookings for pre-releases and their pre-orders. I've already pre-ordered one of the ETBs, but basically this card particularly, Pokemon Center were selling enhanced booster boxes where basically this comes as a box topper, and apparently a lot of local game stores are going to be getting the same thing. So I'm just going to go and kind of be like, hey Dan, are you getting the box toppers? Can I have one please?
Just give it to me.
Yeah, basically just be going begging. But
imagine that, you're homeless on the side of the road and you're instead of money you're I want Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah. You probably
if you ever got if you ever lost everything because of a a TCG pocket gambling addiction or something.
Okay, I mean, we'll see how I survive when I'm back at uni without a salary next year. Yeah, I mean, I think that's about it in terms of what we've got Pokemon Day, because like we say, Mark's been out in the wilderness shiny hunting in previous generations for the last few years, so he's not really got involved. So yeah, I've sort of reeled him back in, and here we
I've
are.
only recently actually sort of caught up with the games now.
Yeah,
And I still need to play Legends Arceus, but
yeah,
that's the only one I've got left.
because your first video was all about playing Scarlet and Violet for the first time in 2025, and
Indeed
it's
it was,
done. It's
yeah.
done pretty well so far. But yeah, what were your thoughts overall on it?
Well, a lot of it, of course, I just said in the video, but it's so the actual game was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But the bugs in the optimization was a lot worse than I thought. So
Right, yeah,
of course, I knew that it was really buggy because that's all everyone talks about with it. I went in, I was like, okay, how bad can it be? Turns out it was quite bad. So frame drops like anytime you like turn a corner, anytime you do something, it just kind of shuts down.
yeah. It's like Lagtree Thicket and Cascoria
Oh, of
Lake
course.
are dreadful.
But I did actually really enjoy the game itself. Yeah, I thought the story was potentially the best in any Pokemon game. I think the Pokemon itself were quite cool. You know, there's not many where I thought, okay, why would I want that? But I thought, okay, yeah, that's cool. I think the whole open world aspect was quite nice as well. It's, you know, never done that in Pokemon before, so it was a new experience. And I thought it was nice to be able to just roam around and do what you want when you want.
yeah,
But you know, I had a couple of gripes with the whole optimized route.
yeah.
Is Nurse Joy
Yeah, certain
sending me out on a
somebody
mission.
was demonized, but we move. But yeah, like when I played the games at launch, and I said at the time they were my favorite Pokemon games I've played to date. But I think that's something I might revisit for one of my own videos. Sort of, are they still my favorite Pokemon games once now the novelty's worn off? Like,
Yeah, that might be
I
cool.
might play them again, see how my opinions sort of change. And I think there's only one correct choice for the start Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, and that is my boy Fuecoco. But speaking of starters, I think we should head on into our main topic of the episode. We
Sure
thought,
thing.
what way to get off to a slow start than to discuss the starters. So, I bring up the tier list. Oh, no, we don't want eBay ads. Here we go. So, right. We have our own little tiers here. We've just got B, which we're just going to call mid.
Just B.
B for Brad. Right, so we're going to limit the GOAT, obviously, to the greatest starter of all time, which I think people might have a bit of a clue who I might be campaigning for there. We're only going to be discussing the first stage, the physical starter Pokemon, rather than their evolutions here.
Yeah, a lot of the third stages do influence my decision.
Yeah, there are
So, like,
certainly some letdowns further down the line.
If I'd started Scarlet and Violet, not knowing what the third stages were, I would have picked Sprigatito.
Oh, really?
But based on the fact that I actually knew what the third stage was, I had to go for Fuecoco because Skeledirge is just very cool.
Fair enough.
So I was like, yep, going for that one.
Okay. How do we reckon we should approach this? Generation order? I think it's only logical, right?
I guess so, yeah. In any
Okay,
other
or-
order.
oh,
would be a
actually,
bit off.
I think we should get these two out of the way. The sort of odd ones out.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So are we judging this purely on just how much we like the Pokemon? Or is it like how beneficial they are?
Purely how much we like them.
Okay.
And also, okay, right. I feel like I didn't actually delve into the tiers enough here. So obviously we're only putting one in the GOAT. Then the chosen ones, which are the great ones. Mid is okay. No, we'll just call this one
Alright.
Good
Or-
Buds.
Yeah, sure.
And then we've got Miss My Alarm, but not mad. So kind of like how Ash in the anime woke up late, missed out on the original starters, but he sort of got stranded with Pikachu. They ended up working out, but still wouldn't have been his first choice. And then these are just the unfortunate souls that just get left at the lab because,
Yeah.
let's be
Like that
real,
one.
they just kind of stink compared to the others. Okay, right. So, speaking of Ash and his Pikachu, where do we want to put the little yellow mascot?
See, I like Pikachu, but I see it's already creeping in because we said about not involving the other stages. But
Yeah,
my first thought is instantly I'm more of a Raichu fan, so
agreed.
that then hinders my decision on Pikachu.
Anyway.
If we're going on just Pikachu alone, it is very cool. I mean, who doesn't like Pikachu?
I mean, I'm generally not much of a hipster. Like you can see, I'm just a big fan of popular culture, and in general, I don't tend to be upset by things, especially like with the new Captain America. Most people don't like it just because I like it anyways. Whereas with Pikachu, I'm just overexposed as all hell. Like I'm just kind of bored of it at this point. I don't think it can really be said it's going to get left at the lab, but I feel like
No, I'm debating either Good Buds or maybe Chosen One.
really I'm saying Miss My Alarm, but not mad.
Wow. Okay. Because the thing is, like, I don't hate him. It's just I think
No,
there's
but to be fair, like
there's better, you know?
pretty much all of these starters are fairly decent Pokemon. Like they're better than blooming Rattata, aren't they? Like, so I don't think many of them are actually bad, but it's like relative to the other starters. Like, I would choose pretty much anything else here rather than Pikachu.
okay. I mean, I could be swayed to Miss My Alarm.
Okay, so
I mean, that is also pretty much what happened to Ash as well.
yeah, exactly. It's rather fitting. So
That is
yeah,
quite
we'll
fitting,
start
yeah.
like that, and then another one here, Eevee.
So I'd be more happy with Eevee.
Yeah, same, agreed. Because you have a lot more
I think
choice as
Eevee's
well.
like Eevee's cuter, and if you're looking at a practical standpoint, has lots more options for evolutions. So, plus wasn't Let's Go Eevee way more popular than Let's Go Pikachu?
I'm actually not sure about that.
I think every time I've tried to find a copy,
Okay,
the Eevee one is always more
let's have a quick Google.
I feel like it's always more expensive to get Eevee. Probably due to supply and demand and whatnot.
I know I've probably got a couple typos in there, but Pikachu did outsell it, but that's a lot more of an even split than I thought.
So
Considering-
40-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's closer than you'd expect.
so I again, this is hard because, like I say, pretty much all the stars are pretty good Pokemon. So I think it's going to have to go in Good Buds because even though I really like Eevee, I think
Yeah, I
we're
think
going to
I'd
have
settle for
way more that would be going higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, right. Let's get started. Back with Gen 1 then.
From the actual starters.
Yeah. It's taken us a while to get there, but here we go. Okay, right. I quite like Bulbasaur, but if there's ever going to be one that fits the description left at the lab, it's going to be Bulbasaur. It's almost like no, because I'm not, because I really like it, but it kind of is where that meme came from because everyone chose either Charmander or Squirtle.
I guess so, but then that's not because Bulbasaur was bad. It's just because like Charizard or Blastoise were cooler.
Yeah, because I feel like that's going to be interesting when we get into like the other stages of the starters because Venusaur I don't like at all. I really don't. But okay,
What are you saying?
I like it more than Pikachu. I'm saying here then. but I feel like we're gonna need something to go.
So
down
it's
here.
not a bad starter, is it?
No.
I mean, are there any here that you'd say are bad and you would leave at the lab? I think a couple.
we'll see. We'll see. There might be one or two, but yeah, I'm saying here.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Okay, right. The basic biatch Charmander.
I think that's got to go at least chosen one, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Because
I don't.
as much as it is sort of overexposure, it is
Still
I mean,
a good Pokemon.
it's cool. Let's see, I'm thinking of Charizard again.
Yeah,
Charmander specifically.
I say it goes in good buds. Because I know it's a lot of
Yeah.
people's favourites, but like, again, alright, if we're trying to balance these tiers a bit,
If it's just the
there
base
are
one,
probably at least 10 other Pokemon I'd put above Charmander, personally.
yeah.
So, speaking of which, Squirtle.
I'm
Squirtle is
definitely
definitely my
Charmander.
Squirtle is definitely my choice. So I think we can. I think what we should do is we should fill out all our favourites here, and then at the end we'll decide which one becomes the GOAT.
Sure, yeah. So Go is only chosen at the end.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, sure.
and I mean, just so happens if you look at the order. Right. Anyways, I think we're pretty happy with Squirtle there. Okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to not discuss the evolutions at all, but
It is, isn't it?
here we are. I mean, honestly, the Squirtle squad is just impeccable. Like those sunglasses, unreal. Because I
Gives
think,
me like Crocodile vibes.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think the only other Pokemon who got that treatment was Crocodile. So, yeah, okay,
One of my
right.
favourites as well. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like, yeah, I mean that's a pretty decent distribution of the Gen 1 guys. Let's see.
Yeah, just
Do-
all
do-
in a perfect column.
I think Gen 2 might end up being pretty similar, you know. But I feel like I might have some.
I've got some takes on Gen 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so do I think. Okay, Chikorita.
Chikorita, not many people's favourite, myself included.
It is adorable though.
Yeah, but isn't that the case for pretty much every starter?
Okay.
That's just the way
Touche.
they're designed, right?
Yeah. Like, I actually.
They're all meant to be.
It is
just
very
little
cute,
guys.
but I think this one could actually be a left at the lab one. Because
give it that.
again, I keep on going to say about the evolutions because Bayleaf's cool, and then Meganium just sucks.
Yeah. I mean, my brother said he likes Meganium. And I'm like, yeah, but you like the weird ones anyway. So.
Okay, I think for now then we should put it in left at the lab and see like if we get more left down there,
We'll leave it at the lab.
we might be able to rescue it later.
But in the future, we might decide to go back for it. You know, we'll see.
Okay, this is probably my
Cyndaquil.
biggest hot take.
I think Cyndaquil is cool, but a bit overhyped.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Because growing up, always chose the fire starters when I was a kid, pretty much. Whereas now, like I've sort of left that bias aside and just judge them based on like the actual designs rather than just it's caveman, it's fire, ha ha ha. So like, yeah, I think around here next to Bulbasaur and Pikachu, missed my alarm, but not bad because it's not terrible. Like Typhlosion's still alright, but like it's kind of eh.
Yeah, it's cool, but like it's nothing on Totodile. So
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I think
Water
Water Boys are winning so far
Yeah.
for sure. Oh
the next
God,
one's gonna go there as well.
Water. Yeah, I was gonna say. So
Might change when we get to Gen 4.
but okay, right. Here's another like sort of mini chat. I think Gen 2, other than maybe Gen 8, could be the worst set of starters. Or are we saying Gen 6 for that? Ooh.
I might say 7,
Oh really?
maybe. Because I didn't really like Gen 7, like generally.
Yeah, but we were discussing this yesterday actually, because I've started making my top list for Kalos, and I was like, I think Kalos might be my least favourite, but I was like, oh no, probably Alola. But I feel like the actual games themselves, and like my dislike for the games and how we go around the islands, and like the totem Pokemon and things like that kind of irritated me. I feel like that's kind of created like a devil horns effect with the region as a whole, because looking at their decks is actually sick. You've got all the Ultra Beasts. I think the final stage of the stars, like Primarina, is kind of disappointing, but Decidueye and Incineroar are awesome. And then you've got the legendaries, which are sick. Solgaleo, Lunala, Necrozma, and the Tapus are all really cool. Like, it is like, Mudsdale's really cool. Vicavolt's probably my favourite bug Pokemon. Like, it's a really good region, but like, I feel like the games themselves were kind of meh, so we kind of left thinking meh of Alola.
Yeah, but then you look at Popular and you're like, yeah, that's getting left at the lab. Yeah.
But these cute little sea
Yeah, but then, you know what we said? Like, they're all meant to be cute. That's the whole thing.
You're evil.
Like, cute or not. Like, I mean, to be fair, you look at Sobble as well. Like, I'm sorry, that's getting left.
Okay, but
Potentially
okay,
Chespin
but
as well,
okay, right,
but-
right. We'll discuss them when we get to them.
Yeah.
But for now, Trico. Actually,
Oh.
I reckon that all three of these could go high. Maybe Torchic goes next to Charmander. But I think the other two
Yeah,
go
I'd
into the
maybe
chosen
agree.
ones.
I love Mudkip, I love Trico. I also do love Torchic, but I do feel like Blaziken is a bit...
Alright, are we going to try
He's
and
too
order
highly,
these tiers?
I guess you might as well.
So, Torchic, are we saying...
Probably
I
put
prefer it to
Charmander.
Charmander.
Yeah.
Okay, do we say that this is the order for this tier as well?
Oh, I don't know. Probably... See, this is a tough one. I'd like Pikachu, but do I like it more than Cyndaquil?
That's the question.
I'd say Cyndaquil over Bulbasaur. But then, is Pikachu better than Bulbasaur or Cyndaquil? Would you prefer a Pikachu or a Bulbasaur?
I definitely prefer Bulbasaur to Pikachu.
So, Cyndaquil, Bulbasaur, Pikachu, maybe. So, swap Cyndaquil and yeah.
Okay. Right. So, Trico is going here. And I'm happy with this order, I think. But I think Mudkip actually is my favourite out of all of them. Because
Yeah, Mudkip has to be a go.
I like
well, for now,
Mudkips.
at least.
Do you like Mudkips?
I like Mudkips.
Yeah,
Mudkip was actually,
the meme
in fact,
helped it as well.
My first soft reset hunt was Mudkip.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it was mine as well. Just never got it. I spent
Give up.
like 2 weeks of lockdown doing nothing but soft resetting. I watched all of Dragon Ball Super. It's nothing but sitting in my room, and then got nothing, and then I was like, alright, I can't do this anymore. I gave up, but I've gotten a lot better with that. Like, I'm locked into this Raikou hunt, and I've done like nearly 5k encounters the last like 2.5 weeks, and that's with BDSP like minute long resets as well, so
Yeah, that's mental.
yeah. We move. It's a bit of a sore spot, but okay, right. I think this could be my favourite generation of starters now.
Oh yeah. Elite.
Yeah, so Chimchar was my first ever Pokemon. I mean,
Same.
I say it's my favourite set of starters. I don't know whether you can see, but we're repping.
Have you got your OBS to...
We're repping Gen 4. Yeah, so where are we actually saying we're playing Chimchar then? Because I think it's got to go...
I would put Chimchar in, like,
Because
favourites.
the thing is, I'd want to put all of them up here.
I would put Chimchar and Turtwig there, but I'd put
Oh,
Piplup
so
in.
cute. Okay, yeah, it's going.
I know.
It's going.
We
in the
love
front.
Piplup, but I've never... Like, if I was to choose a Gen 4 starter, it's always Chimchar or Turtwig.
Okay. Makes me sad, but yeah, Piplup can go there. Chimchar.
Yeah, that's why Piplup is good.
Chimchar. Where are we saying? This is
Um,
hard.
I think partially because of the sentimental value, I'd probably say top.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense because like
I don't know if
my
that's something we're
first
going to let
starter,
get in the way.
Yeah.
I think because we
Turtwig.
both have the same like experience.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of it's only fair. And then Turtwig, I want to put him here then.
Yeah,
'Cause I
I'd
love
agree
my
with
boy.
that. I think I would prefer Mudkip, but I think I'll let you slide.
Yeah, it's a good little grass boy. It's just cute. Like, so it's definitely the cutest turtle Pokemon. Dreadnought can die in a hole. Yeah,
See, we both had the same experience with that as well.
That's a
We
bit. That's a
played
bit of
through.
a sore spot for me. Yeah, no. I actually beat my first ever Nuzlocke very recently, but only by the skin of my teeth did I beat Nessa, because her Dreadnought just nearly entirely swept my team. Just max
I think on
guys
my
up
first playthrough, I
throwing things.
had a similar experience. It took me a couple of attempts to beat her, actually.
Yeah, luckily, we will actually be discussing the hero of that battle later on, so that's going to be a bit of a contentious one, I feel like.
What it was. So I look forward to it.
Okay, right, so Snivy, I was a bit let down by the later stages, but I thought it's a pretty, I think these three as like the first stages are pretty strong. It's just the final Evos kind of let them
Yeah, I
down a
love
bit.
Superior, but Snivy itself
It's cool, but like
perhaps is a bit lower.
I'm saying around with Bulbasaur.
Yeah, I'd maybe.
So you're not going to be mad
Yeah.
if you get it, but like, or is it getting left at the lab?
I'm
that
sure
where
it's
you
not
go?
gonna be the lab.
Nah,
I would say.
I'd say that. Actually, I like it more than Cyndaquil.
Yeah, but they're not quite as much as Eevee. It does feel wrong putting Charmander above it though.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
think
is,
just
I
because
think I'm
lore
putting the other
averages-
two above.
What above Snivy?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, I mean, I could agree with maybe Tepig, but Oshawott, I wouldn't.
Really? Okay. No, I'm going to tear you out on that one. Because
I mean, there's not much to say other than I
yeah,
just never,
true. Like,
I never really used it.
fair enough. Like,
You know,
because I was always a Tepig guy, and then all my
when I was
friends were
younger, I
Oshawott
chose
guys,
Tepig. Yeah,
and then Snivy was kind of left at the lab between my friend group.
Well, yeah, for me, it's like what you had with liking Chimchar as a kid, and then growing up and liking Turtwig is instead. I had the exact same thing with Gen 5. So, like, I was a Tepig fan, but then as I grew up, I was like, okay, nah, Snivy / Superior is superior.
Yeah.
But,
see what
um,
you did there. Okay, right. So
Then I just never really used Oshawott. And I know we weren't including the other evolutions, but I think it's the worst, like, line.
yeah, agreed. No, to be fair, Duot's really cool.
Yeah, but then you get to Samurott and you're like,
Samurott is
What?
a massive letdown, and even like
well,
his,
Samuel
and
what?
even like Hisuian Samurott, like they had a chance to redeem it, and then they're like, okay, let's just make its shells black. That's
That'll do
it.
it.
Okay, so what are we saying?
See, I would say left at the lab, but
That feels a bit harsh.
yeah, I was going to say it feels a bit harsh, but hey, the tier is there to be used, isn't it? Like,
Oh, that.
where would you put it?
We're gonna catch some strays for that one.
Okay,
So
where would you put it? Would you leave it at the lab, or would you?
no, I wouldn't leave it at
Take it.
lab. I'd at the minimum put it above Pikachu.
Should we put it below Pikachu then? Just sort of meet in the middle.
Sure.
That's
Or
probably the best we're going to get.
Tepig, I prefer to Chimchar. 100%.
Nah.
No, I said the wrong thing. Oh no, that's bad.
Oh, you
I
mean
meant Charmander. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, in no way it's better than Chimchar.
Because I don't think it can quite compete with the elites up here as much as I love it and as much sentimental value
think-
it has for me.
Purely as base form, yes, it's better than Charmander. But then Charizard is 100% better than Emboar. So,
Hot take: I prefer Emboar to Charizard.
Oh, that is mental.
Okay, yeah,
That's very
we'll discuss that in
Oh
another
my God.
episode, I think. But
He's-
yeah,
yeah, sure. We'll move on. We'll move on.
okay, right.
Yeah,
So
I think
this is
it's-
probably one of the lesser
That's bullshit.
popular. Oh, yeah, hell yeah! I love Tepig.
I like Tepig as well, but you know, as a base form, like, yeah, sure, we'll put it above Torchic.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, I feel like I know where this one's going. But it's cute. It's got a
I don't
little.
even know if I need to say anything. I think
It's got, yeah, but it reminds me of. It's Jake. Yeah, no, it's Finn. I mean, it's Finn.
oh,
It's got a little hat. Don't make me leave him at the lab. But I know he's going down there anyways because I know like he's hated and like his evolution line is kind of sus.
I think if ever there was an evolution line worse than the Oshawott line, it's that one.
That hurts. Poor Chespin, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but like they're all cute. We know this.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
I think putting any of them as left at the lab is saddening, but hey, it has to be done.
Yeah, we unfortunately push comes to shove. Okay, Fennekin, I actually really like. If we're just purely isolating the first stage, Fennekin is really cool.
I don't see it as anything special, to be honest. Again, like I never used one. I only played Gen 6 ones, and I used Froakie, of course, because why wouldn't you? So I don't have much experience with it.
Because it was my first starter. Because, like I say again, when I was younger,
Always highlight.
yeah,
Yeah, fair.
I say it goes next to Cyndaquil.
I would put it between Cyndaquil and Bulbasaur.
Okay,
I
I'm
think
fine with that. It's
not quite as good as Cyndaquil, but probably better than
Okay.
Bulbasaur. But putting that above Pikachu feels so weird.
It's just a little rodent. I'm happy with it being there.
Okay, I guess we'll put it there for now. We can do some adjustments towards the end if we really want, but
Yeah, I think at the end we should both get like one veto where we get to move something to wherever we want, and then that will
Okay, sure.
just leave a bit of.
then we both have to decide on a go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if we get a veto, that could lead to some spicy positionings. We might.
Perhaps,
Right. Okay. Froakie. Okay. Right. Froakie is definitely the best of the three, and Greninja is incredible, but Froakie on its own is a little awkward.
I do think like
I'm not saying it's bad,
its own
but
stage.
I think it's somewhere around here. I don't think it's in the top tier. It's nowhere near as good as these, and like
Should we put it
it's
high-
not as good as Piplup and Tepig.
High in good buds maybe
I think
So
mid
maybe-
good buds.
above Torchic, yeah. Okay,
I
yeah.
think around
'Cause
there.
like I said, Greninja, very very cool, but if we're trying to isolate just the base form, Froakie is like it's alright, but
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's
good.
fucking-
It's good, but it's no Mudkip. Let's be real.
yeah.
Okay, right. Gen 7. I think that this one could be quite well spread as well. So let's start
Rowlet
off with the
Is
round
one
boy.
that sort of I would say grew on me, but I just don't like Gen 7 much anyway. My first playthrough I used Lyn, and yeah, as much as I like Incineroar, I don't think it's the coolest of the three. I think Decidueye is
Really?
probably the coolest. So I'm tempted to put Rowlet a bit higher. But where?
This is hard. I don't know where to put it actually.
I'd say somewhere in Good Buds probably. It's not quite, Trico, Mudkip.
I prefer it to
Chinchilla,
Charmander. I think it goes here.
It's pretty close where I'd put it, so I think I'd agree. Because I was
Okay.
sitting there thinking, I think Eevee's better, but then I also do think it's probably better than Charmander. but that means that we'd have to move Eevee, and I was like, we can maybe save that for later.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, right. Litten is my personal favourite of the three by far. I love this Pokemon. It's weird because like I've never been a cat fan, but it is. I just love it, and also I just think it has one
You're
of
getting up the shiny, aren't you?
Yes.
Exactly what you did.
Look at it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The white, it's so clean. Right, that's my case. I'm appealing to your shiny hunting nature.
Yeah, but
I want it at least next to Rowlet. It is so much more of an interesting design than Charmander.
cat.
The color design on it is really cool. Like Charmander's literally just a lizard with orange on it. Whereas,
It's just got a fire tail. I mean, saying that, so is Chimchar. Chimchar is just a monkey with a fire tail.
yeah, but it's a good boy.
And Torchic is just literally a chicken. Right?
Yeah, but Charmander's unloved. It got ditched by its trainer.
Well,
So did
Charmander
Chimchar. Shit.
Yeah. But
Well,
I don't really have a case, but I mean, I was going to say like Infernape's really cool, but so is Charizard. So,
where are you saying for that then? Because I want it here, but I can be persuaded.
I would say behind Rowlet.
Yeah.
I prefer Rowlet, but I will acknowledge your love for it and have it, next to. So.
Okay. Right. I'm sorry,
No,
but
no,
it's
the
just
bad ones.
we've just got a clown on it, haven't we?
It's
It's a literal clown.
not great.
I think yeah. I prefer Chikorita and Chespin to it. So I think I prefer Poplio to. Okay, no, I'm just coping. I'm just coping. I'm sorry, Poplio.
I'd say put it wherever you want in that tier because it doesn't make much of a difference to me. It's like if I'm leaving it at the lab, it's getting left at the lab. I don't care which order I leave it at the lab in. It's getting left. Like.
Oh, poor guy. But yeah, okay. So let's just reorder these quickly.
Grookey,
Right.
I would put in the same place.
Really?
It's the inferior monkey. Like.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but like, even in the evolutions, like Rillaboom, it's just monkey with a drum.
Yeah, Rillaboom's my least favourite of the final Evos for sure.
Like when I was playing through Sword, every time like Hop sent that out, I was like, what are you gonna do with that? Like, monkey.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
right.
saying that Chimchar's monkey, but it's a cool monkey. I mean, Chimchar would
Yeah.
be Grookey any day. But not just
Oh
'cause
yeah,
it's
100%.
funny.
Yeah, rock paper scissors. But okay, right. Sobble, I'm not having it left at the lab. Maybe once upon a
come
time I
on,
would.
really?
Maybe once upon a time. But Jimmy the Sobble is the goat. He saved me against Nessa, and
Oh,
he
is that
helped.
the one you're on about?
Yeah, he helped me win my first Sword and Shield Nuzlocke. So, Jimmy the Sobble is getting rescued.
Okay, I for that reason, I could agree with putting him at least a tier above. Yeah,
Jimmy the Sobble.
missed my alarm.
Okay. Also, have you seen It's Shiny?
Don't think I have. No.
I think it's really
Ah,
nice.
it's just a little pink. It's alright. Yeah. It's not terrible.
So yeah, there we go. I'm happy. I've rescued one from the pound.
You didn't even have to use your veto for it either.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and now we're getting
Bunny.
towards the end. Score Bunny.
Ooh.
Score Bunny's definitely the best of the three. It was my first start. 'cause
Yeah.
It very much feels like Chimchar Light. It feels like
Yeah,
they've
in
kind
my-
of tried to copy the same kind of personality vibes.
In my one Sword playthrough, I used Score Bunny, and It was great. I think Pyro Ball is just a really cool move.
Agreed. It's
Just the
based
way it
off
just does the
football,
whole like
so
wow, and you know.
yeah, big football fan as
Um,
well. So it's the pinnacle of a British starter Pokemon. Can't ask for much
Yeah,
more.
basically.
And
Plus cool design as well.
yeah, and okay, I know
And I
I
was born in Year of the Rabbit, so
yeah, there you go. I mean, mine was the year of the monkey, hence Chimchar. So yeah, I love Score Bunny. I'm happy to put. I'm actually. We haven't put one in the top tier since Gen 4.
Wow,
so
yeah.
do we want to put it? I
Yeah,
think it's still
let's
back
discuss
end of
Score
it.
Bunny, yeah. Well,
Yeah?
up there.
But I know we're not discussing the other evolutions, but also I think Raboot is unbelievable.
I think Raboot's cool and all because I think they're all cool, but I think it's nothing on Cinderace. I think
Fair.
Cinderace is. I think it's better. I think most of the third stages are better, to be honest,
Ooh,
with the exception of
when,
maybe
when we do our
Dave.
mid-evo stage, remind me, there's one, I actually pulled it, but there's a specific Raboot card that just, unreal. Okay, right. Now, you've had to make this choice quite recently, as we mentioned in the intro.
I have. Yes.
So, there's only one correct choice for which the best out of three. Before we get to him, where are we putting Quaxly and Sprigatito?
I mean, based on just Quaxly alone, I'd put it a lot higher than if I
Yeah, definitely.
knew the Evos, right? Not a big fan of the Evos. I think Evos are mid at best, right? But Quaxly itself is, it's kind of cool. It's just a little duck, innit? But I think Sprigatito's better. Like I said
Agreed.
earlier, I would have chosen Sprigatito if I didn't know what Fuecoco evolved into. Plus, Meowscarada is also quite cool, but
yeah,
we're not judging it on the Evos.
because I think Sprigatito is like is a lot of people's favourite from Gen 9. So, but okay, where are we actually putting Quaxly? Are we saying Miss My Alarm?
Yeah, I'd say somewhere in there.
In between
But where?
Pikachu and Sobble?
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather Pikachu than Quaxly. But then saying we prefer Soul Boy over Quaxly is really weird. But then that's only there because of Jimmy.
Jimmy. Okay.
Are you happy to put it behind Pikachu?
Yeah.
Okay, whack it there then.
Sprigatito then. Is it creeping up into Good Buds or is it like the top of Miss My Alarm? I think it should go next to Eevee here.
I say good buds. Yeah, same sort of vibe as Eevee as well.
Happy. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
And then,
Fuecoco, I don't think we even need to discuss it. Right.
okay, right now the goat debate.
Well, that was easy.
He's such a little goofy boy. I love him.
We do love Fuecoco, but of course my choice would be Chimchar.
Hold on, one sec.
Or Mudkip. Tempted to say Mudkip.
I have not one, but two Fuecoco keyrings. And he came out, what? 2 years
2022?
ago? So, yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed with this little fella.
Yeah, I am tempted to say Mudkip. Mainly
Mudkip?
because
Mudkip's
mainly
surprising, you know?
not only is he just, a big thing in meme culture, but
Okay,
it's also a ground type when it evolves.
yeah. Yeah, but, I
It's
mean...
my favourite. So is Turtwig,
You-
yes, true.
Okay, I was about to grab my keyrings again, because I have a
But
Turtwig one.
I do think Mudkip's better than Turtwig. Not by a lot, I'll give you that, but
Oh, wait, okay, right.
I would want to say Chimchar. But then I do also love Fuecoco, so it's like I might just side with you and be like, yeah, fuck it, you know, like, because you've also got the, you know, you've got the shirt, you've got the Discord
Yeah.
icon,
I actually have
key rings.
many things. Yes.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's literally my shoulder mon.
Yeah.
So, are we saying that Fuecoco is officially the GOAT starter?
I think, I mean, it wouldn't be my choice, but I think you have more. You'd have a much easier time convincing me than I would have convincing you.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I would fight for Chimchar, but you've got more receipts, basically. You know, like you'd have way more on me than I would on you.
Yeah. Okay, so it's
I might
official.
just have to let it slide.
Right. Okay.
And it's not as if I'm against Fuecoco, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool, I
Fuecoco's
like
a good boy.
At least Chimchar is the very next one. It's the top of chosen ones, so
Yeah,
I'll take that.
And then, right, now that we've settled that Fuecoco is officially the GOAT starter Pokemon, let's just each take our one veto, take anything from any tier, move it up or down. What aren't you happy with here, Mark? Don't you dare touch Jimmy. I dare you. But then again, I would respect it if you just did it for the content.
Nah.
Okay, good.
Maybe.
Because I wouldn't have respected it. I would have killed you.
Oh god, this is tough. I'm tempted to move Eevee.
Yeah.
Because having Eevee like towards the bottom of Good Buds doesn't feel right. I feel like, you know, it's more than a Good Bud. Or at least a higher tier of Good Bud, at least. I think I'd move Eevee probably above Rowlet.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's not much of a change, but yeah, it's something.
Okay, what do I want to move? To be fair, I'm pretty happy with how it is. I think we've got a pretty strong tier list here, but what I will do is I think I'm going to knock that up to there.
Okay, fair.
And then that's a perfect distribution as well.
Oh yeah, more or less, yeah.
I'm quite surprised though. It seems like we're like water is like 50-50. We've got 4 in the top tier, and then like 4 at the bottom.
Yeah, relatively.
And then the rest are kind of even.
Grass is
grass is
relatively
kind
low.
of stinky. We've
Yeah,
got
I mean, you got
Sprigatito
Turtwig, you
here,
got-
2 good
you got,
ones, and then the rest are all really low.
Sprigatito's out in the middle, and then the rest are low. I feel like I should have moved Snivy up.
Oh, it's not too late.
Hmm.
What are we saying?
You know what? I will move Snivy up.
Yeah?
If you want to put Eevee back to, was it bottom? Was it above Sprigatito?
There.
Yeah. And then put Snivy.
Here? I feel like here
I think
feels like a good
personally I'd
spot.
put it above Torchic, but that is.
It's your
a big one.
veto, so yeah, you can put it wherever you
Okay,
want.
yeah, above Torchic, I think.
Actually, I'm just going to knock Piplup to the left of Trico. There we go. And I think that is our final starter tier list. So, I'll just give that a quick little save. And then, yeah, if anyone else would like to get involved with their starter tier lists, tag us on Twitter, tag us wherever, leave a comment below. And yeah, before we leave, I think we're just going to end with a quick little chat about our Pokemon of the episode, which we will generate now.
Alright,
Right, so... Right, what we're going to do is we're going to randomly generate one Pokemon, could be anything, and have a quick chat about it, give our thoughts, maybe chat about a bit of lore. Maybe we've used it, maybe we haven't, maybe we think it stinks, maybe we love it, and then we'll give it a quick little rating. And then over time, we'll sort of build up a bank of our Pokemon on the episodes, and we'll sort of get a little ranking going with them.
Yeah.
So Fletchling. Okay. So it's quite topical,
cool.
really, because I think that was the first Pokemon
Gen 6,
shown.
right?
It. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was the first Pokemon in the ZA trailer as well.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I think that's pretty spot on.
Wasn't it also? I might be wrong in saying this, but wasn't it also one of those ones that was shown like before Gen 6 was out? Or am I?
Oh yeah, for sure. They always show off the birds, don't they?
Because like sometimes it's, you know, for example, Donphan was in like the first series, right? And like no one knew what it was because it was Gen 2.
yeah,
I feel like Fletchling had a similar sort of experience. Where
no,
it was
I don't
shown
think it
beforehand.
popped up in the anime beforehand.
No.
Like,
I might be thinking of someone else.
Yeah, no, Fletchling's a cool Pokemon. Oh, this is gonna. Oh, because this is.
It's a bit sad it's the first stage because like Talonflame is very cool.
Yeah, so.
But Fletchling also has.
I mean, there's nothing stopping us from just each time we generate this taking it as the line. If we want.
Maybe. But then I think if in future we generate a Talonflame,
Yeah.
we'd have to be like, okay, we've got to
Yeah,
generate
but
Talonflame now.
equally, that's a bit boring though. If we just duplicate and talk about Fletchling and then talk about Talonflame, so we might just bundle them together.
Maybe. Well, I was going to say that Fletchling also has some meaning to you because that one community day on.
Oh
Go,
my god, I hadn't
But
even
you-
thought.
You played. I don't know how long you played it for, but you must have went up at least like 15 levels.
I played the entire day.
'Cause it was what? It was like triple catch XP.
It was
and then
like
you lucky egg
quad
everything.
lucky egg. Like because
Yeah.
Fletchling was quite easy to do it with, I just got down the curveball excellent throws for it. So I literally, I think it was over lockdown as well. I literally sat on my sofa all day, just whoop, whoop, and I got millions of XP.
You went out a lot as well. I'm pretty sure you spent the
Yeah.
whole day just out and about and that.
Yeah, no, I was playing.
I'm pretty
the
sure like
game.
you started the day at like 37 or something, or like 35, and then you finish at like 42. I was like, what?
I did.
And I was
I
sitting
did
there just
some
like, what the hell?
madness. Yeah, no.
It
Oh,
was-
oh, that's some fond memories, you know. Oh, this is gonna be. Okay, so obviously we don't really have anything to benchmark it.
we don't have any
against at the minute.
comparisons, so we can't just whack it on the list. But I think Fletchling's cool. It's a great Pokemon.
Yeah,
It's not my favorite bird, but it's up there.
I want my bird.
I want my bot.
So yeah, I mean, there's nothing. So technically, it's number one at the moment. So yeah, I think
Is it right
we'll
now?
start. I think we might have to start introducing ratings once we sort of got a benchmark to compare things against,
Yeah.
so we can
As of right
start
now,
judging. But as of right
Fletchling is
now, yeah, Fletchling's a
the
cool Pokemon. I think it was
first
on.
one.
I think it was on pretty much everyone's playthrough teams for X and Y. So I think we've all got a
Yeah.
bit of fondness for Fletchling. So yeah, there we go. And I think that's about it. So anything you'd like to leave us with, Mark?
Don't know really. I think that's about it. We've talked about starters, our favourites, talked about Fletchling. I think that pretty much sums everything up for now, at least.
Okay, well then, it's official. We like Fletchling. Fuecoco's the GOAT of starters. There are some unfortunate souls that are getting left at the lab. And yeah, we'll next see you for our ZA reaction. Or I say ZA reactions, our Pokemon Day reactions coming up later this week. So yeah, take care. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time.
Bye.